Everyone, it is, let me check, I don't even know what day it is, Thursday, October 20th. I haven't done a video in a couple days. Today was a big sale with 31 and I've been busy pretty much all day. I've maybe watched like 2 hours of TV all day by myself. So I've been working pretty much nonstop and I'm getting some parties booked for when I get back into the swing of things. Yesterday I had chiropractor, PT, and OT. I also went and got a sandwich with my mom and went to Hannaford. So I did a lot yesterday. I slept pretty hard. The PT and OT, OT did my monthly reevaluation, and my hand sensation is pretty much out of the danger zone, which is good. I'm in the medium zone now. I'm not in quite the normal sensation range, but there's one of the testers that she was using that was like borderline no sensation, and I'm not in that realm anymore. So better for my hand, obviously, and my grip strength is better. My pinches and stuff have gone up like 2 pounds for each pinch. So that's good. And she basically asked, what do you want to work on? What's the next focus here? And I said, my writing. It's still better than it was before I went to the hospital, or before I got home from the hospital, I should say. But if I don't have lines, my letters are up, down, and it's not fluid. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is I wanted to work on strengthening my scapula. We've worked on that a little bit, but that's really going to help, I think, with the neck physical therapy that I'm getting done now, and driving. So when Mom and I did all that stuff on Wednesday, I did all the driving. So I drove from Fairfield to Waterville, to the chiropractor, and then to Holy Cannoli in the concourse for lunch, and then to Inland for my appointments, and then back to Fairfield. So the longest I've driven at this point is about 10 or 15 minutes. But, I did all of that in one day. And then CJ and I went and stopped by CrossFit. And I went to Maurice's and picked up my shirt. So that's why I'm so tired from Wednesday. Or I was so tired on Wednesday. Physical therapy was good. I kind of talked to her about the last physical therapist that I'd seen because I felt a little uncomfortable with some of the things that she was having me do. I felt like she was pushing me too hard. And my regular physical therapist said, so were there moments that you didn't feel safe? And I'm like, yeah, that's a good way to describe it. It's kind of hard to be pushed, physically by someone that you've never seen before. And this is a very sensitive thing. She said, I'm really sorry about that. I said, oh, don't be. I was trying and tried to do different things, but there were certainly things that I did that I felt were not safe for me to do at this point. She was like, okay, really sorry about that. And she said, do you feel okay to work on balance stuff today, even though you went through that on Friday? I said, yeah, absolutely. So we had me walking on that blue foam mat and kind of doing one step in front of the other. I'm still not directly in line. They're still a few inches apart. And that was still kind of, she had to catch me a couple times with the belt that I had on. Because they put a physical therapy belt around your waist that they can grab onto for support. So she had me do a bunch of different walking and bending and things like that on the mat. And then Mom was there, so they grabbed like this medium-sized yoga ball and had me stand on the regular ground, not on the foam piece. And Mom rolled the ball and I kicked it and I had to alternate. So, my foot was off the ground for like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever, to kick the ball. But just that 2 or 3 seconds standing on my right leg is still pretty hard. I've definitely come a long way though. I'm walking around the house pretty much without assistance right now, except for, at night, in the middle of the night, so that way I'm being careful. But yeah, she did that, worked a little bit on my neck, kind of talked about that. And she said, oh, I think you just need to work on stretching it. And like, well, I've had neck problems for years, and I stretch my neck twice a day. There's got to be something else I can do just besides stretching. So she was going to research that a little bit and see if she can come up with some other stuff. Because she said, I don't think it's a strength problem. I was like, well, there's something going on though. So we're going to see what she says tomorrow. I actually have that other physical therapist tomorrow. So we'll see how that appointment goes. I didn't really want to cause a rift, but I also don't want to do anything that isn't safe. So did that. Tuesday, I haven't done a video since Monday, I don't think. So Tuesday, I just took it easy. I was pretty tired from Monday. Definitely overdid it on Monday. So it's actually working. I'm starting to understand how much I can push myself so that I sleep well, but so that I'm not completely physically exhausted. I mean, I have a couple times here and there where I do push myself too much, but yesterday I worked it pretty hard. I slept good last night, and I did a lot of mental things today, a lot of hand things today because I was working on 31. Not a lot of standing and walking and that kind of thing, but it was still busy. It still kept me active and busy, so I'm sure that I will sleep tonight. That's basically the update. Tomorrow, my best friend's coming to take me to my physical therapy, and then we're probably going to have lunch, and I can't wait. And this weekend, I'm going to try and go on a little mini road trip and be in the car for an hour. Probably drive a little bit of that myself, but not the whole thing. But just see how well I can do being in the car for that long, because at this point I've only been in the car for like a half hour total. So, at one point. So anyhow, that's my latest stroke update. Still working on my balance, but I'm supposed to go back to work in a couple weeks for 1 or 2 hours a day. So, got to get there at least comfortable so that I can get there and work here and there. But I will keep you all updated. Bye.